wanted by wrestling fans. Not sports entertainment fans. Professional wrestling fans! Professional wrestling! This is it! This is us standing up! This is
the Wrestling Matters Podcast, a podcast that stands up for professional wrestling. Why? Because wrestling matters. So join the revolution, because the revolution is now.
Well, enough is enough, and it's time for a change!
professional wrestling! This is it! This is us standing up!
Yes! 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 Yes!
That's 13-14!
Make it till death!
Dina, I am the best in the world.
Cause that's the bottom line. Cause Stone Cold said so.
My lords, ladies and gentlemen, it's that HEAD, welcoming you to another installment of the Progess Wrestling Podcast. That's right, the Progess Wrestling Podcast presented by Wrestling Matters. That's right, yours truly, Wrestling Matters Creation, where I bring you each and every week, when I can, to the best that I can at least, review the best shows from the demand service and in respects of Progess Wrestling. This week, it was Chapter 6, We Love Violence. God, these names, I tell you. But anyway, We Love Violence kicked off this week. Well, this show kicked off with a Dave Mastiff versus Noam Dar, which turned out to be a number one contender for the Progess Wrestling Championship. Now, it all kicks off. Dar using quickness, looking to wrestle Mastiff. Dar pisses Mastiff off, bad move. Out. Dave hits a sit-out powerbomb, gets a near fall. Dar kicks the leg from under Dave. Dar working on the leg of Mastiff, which is Noam Dar's trademark when he works on the leg, because he likes to lock in that leg lock. Advantage Dar. Mastiff hits flapjack, then running senton only gets a 2 though. Hanging suplex from the second rope, 20 seconds by Dave Mastiff. Dar felt that, and that's gotta suck though. You're doing a hanging suplex from the second rope, and it's not just you're not just getting dropped down. You know, you're staying there for about 20 seconds at least, and then all the blood's rushing to your head, and then you just get dropped down. It's gotta suck. I wouldn't like to took that, I tell you. Dar kicks Dave in the leg, then hits a double stomp, then hits a drop kick, gets a roll up, gets a near fall, locks in the knee bar finisher. Mastiff grabs an ankle though to get out of it. Both men toe to toe on their knees. Well, they go toe to toe while they're on their knees. Dar working the knee, Dave clobbers Dar. Dar working the knee again. Mastiff Germans Dar into the corner, hits a cannonball. Cruz comes out. Cruz in the face of Mastiff. Dar hits a low blow, gets a roll-up, grabs the ropes, and it gets the win. And Dave Mastiff loses thanks to one Nathan Cruz. Next match was MK McKinnon and Paul Robinson in the Natural Progress Tournament. Hammerlock roll-up in pin, gets a near fall for MK, feeling out process though. MK has Paul rocking, Paul hits an arm drag and then a drop kick. Takedown rolls through into a super kick, then hits a somersault senton by MK. Paul hits Trouble in Paradise, gets a near fall, which is the spin kick that Kofi Kingston used. I just called it Trouble in Paradise, I just went with that. Both men throwing forearms, MK throw kick, Paul hits a Pele kick, MK gets a near fall, out of around the world face bust. Great takedown by MK, good takedowns. Paul hits DDT, then a standing shooting star while standing on MK, gets a near fall. MK cuts off Paul on top, MK hits a super kick, then a leg brain buster, then a shining wizard and gets a near fall. Paul hits a super kick, hits jackpot right on the chin, goes on top, finally hits the top rope leg drop and gets the victory, because the previous times he's tried that leg drop he's missed, but he got the victory this time around. Now, Nathan Cruz, who interfered earlier on, went one-on-one with Jimmy Havoc. Great train wrestling to start, feeling out process to start, both men even. Lovely wrestling from Jimmy. Jimmy kicks Cruz in the back. Jimmy counters Cruz, hits a Hurricane Rana, then a crucifix, gets a near fall. Jimmy hits a kick on Cruz again. Hard knee, then slingshot tope, gets a near fall for Havoc. Advantage Cruz. Bodyguard gets involved. Slingshot back suplex, gets a near fall for Cruz. Cruz wants a chair, toying with Havoc. Jimmy gets rid of it and Cruz unloads. Havoc firing back till Cruz hits a float over suplex, gets a near fall. Cruz hits a Triple H knee, advantage Cruz. Drop kick to the back, Cruz gets 2 near falls. Cruz looking for the count out, does not get it. Count out victory. Jimmy taking Cruz best, then unloads on Cruz. Jimmy hits a top rope Rana, then a DVD and gets a near fall, which is definitely Driver. Cruz hits a German with a bridge, gets a near fall. Spinning armbar into crossface. Cruz in trouble. Havoc looking for the win. Cruz gets out, hits a tombstone and gets the victory. Cruz gets the mic, insults Havoc. Frog, his bodyguard, chokeslams him. Cruz is just toying with Havoc, and bodyguard hits a chokeslam off the second rope, and Cruz says show stolen and walks away. And now for the weapons match, and I'll end first half here. Fast start to this match. Hunter Brothers dives on Lynch, then on the other, and does the same ride to rocking. Fighting the crowd, Lynch uses a traffic cone. Davis whacks a Hunter Brother with a weapon, then squashes him, gets a near fall. Double suplex on outside. Hunter Brother and Davis takes one each. Didn't know their names at first. It's very hard to tell these two apart in my view. Hubcap shot on Lynch. Lynch takes a backdrop suplex on the road sign. Davis takes a Guitar Hero guitar shot. That's right. Uses one of them Guitar Hero guitars. Then super kicked, then taken off the apron, all Hunter Brothers at this point. Hunter Brothers hit double atomic drop on Davis on the traffic cone. Davis landing on the cone. Then throw him into the road sign. Hunters drop toe hold Lynch onto the hubcap. Lynch takes a keyboard in the face while he's tied up. Davis attack Hunters from behind. Lynch throw a cone at one of the Hunters. Double team lung blower on Davis, gets Hunters a near fall. Lynch hits a belly to belly suplex off the top. Davis gets a near fall off that. Lynch hits belly to belly suplex. Davis gets a near fall again, except this one wasn't off the top. Double shoulder tackle, gets right and near fall. Hunter Brother takes a keyboard in the face, little payback. Davis gets a near fall off it. Hunter Brothers hit Davis with the bunny, which was the chocolate Easter bunny, the chocolate bunny that they had, and then hits a DVDT on an Xbox. Yes, you heard me correct. Lynch gets Hurricane Ranted into the side, then gets splashed with a cricket bat. Hurricane on the side and gets splashed with a cricket bat. In place, Davis throws a ref down. Lee Hunter toe-to-toe with Lynch. Lynch spears him. Jim Hunter gets taped to the ring post. Rides double team Lee Hunter. Double powerbomb, gets Rides to win. And they're still undefeated at this point. And then they had the raffle. So, the raffle drawing that they had. So, I mean, with that being said, guys, I mean, that was unbelievable in its own right. And I hope you enjoyed that. And stay tuned, because after this quick timeout, I will continue with part 2. So stay tuned. Be sure to tune in every single Tuesday now for the Wrestling Madness Podcast Extra, where I'll be hosting a podcast on one promotion and one promotion only. ICW, Insane Championship Wrestling, the hottest promotion in Scotland, where I'll be reviewing their shows.
Oh my God!
Talking ICW.
That's 13-14!
And who knows, maybe getting some guests on. So be sure to tune in to the Wrestling Madness Podcast Extra ICW podcast, Insane Championship Wrestling, every Tuesday on YouTube, Podomatic, Stitcher Radio, downloaded free at iTunes, Mixcloud, and SoundCloud. Wrestling Matters, wrestling fans.
World, look into my eyes. When you see me on a show, when you see these fans, you know you've got the best in the damn world. We are ICW and you're gonna know our name.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 2 of this special podcast on Progess Wrestling Chapter 6. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. And without further ado, ladies and gents, boys and girls, children of all ages, we'll get right into part 2. Now, part 2 kicked off. Well, the part 2 that I saw, at least, maybe the Hunter Brothers match kicked off the second half. I don't know. But the second part of it, well, the second part that I've got down here, kicked off, it kicked off with Loco Mike Mason versus Mexican Eagle. What can you say? I mean, Mexican Eagle comes out with that song that they used on Jackass. It was a song they used on Jackass I can't remember the words to it, but it was. I recognize the song. When you listen to it, you recognize it from Jackass. And then Mike Mason comes out. There wasn't much in this match, to be fair. Eagle runs his mouth on the mic, clothesline to twice, then Mike unloads on Eagle. Eagle uses Mike like a dog. He has this ball in his hand, he's throwing it around and everything. Eagle throws a ball in the air, Mike slaps him. Advantage Eagle outside. Eagle chases Mike's manager. Manager leads him into a clothesline from Mike. Eagle kicks rope as Mike is coming back in. Eagle advantage wearing Mike on the mat. Mason fights back. Eagle counters, hits a sit out bomb and gets a near fall. Toe to toe in the ring, both men. Mike gets advantage. Mason hits a spine buster and gets a near fall. Mason hits spear, misses, splash. Eagle has a chain, throws it to Mason, takes a bomb like if he was Eddie Guerrero, looking to steal the victory. Eagle then hits Mason with his weapon and gets the victory, which is one of them little MIDI guitar things. Forgot what they're called, but he used it and got the victory. Team Defend made their debut, which was Eddie Dennis and Mark Andrews, and they hooked up with the Bhangra Knights, which were Darrell Allen and RJ Singh. I almost called him Robert Singh now for some strange reason. RJ Singh. Andrews and Allen start the match. Great wrestling between the two. Even match so far. Eddie gets tagged in. RJ gets tagged in. Eddie uses his power. Eddie locks in a submission. Still feeling each other out, both teams. Cardio coming into play. Well, for both of them, well, for Singh at least. Still even sporting match so far. Eddie hits a hard clothesline. Gets a near fall. Mark gets tagged in, working on the arm, gets a near fall. Team Defend looking to isolate Singh. Team Defend working on the arm of Singh. Mark standing corkscrew splash, or press, whatever you want to call it, gets a near fall. Singh tags Allen. Allen hits a springboard Hurricane Rana outside. Knights looking to isolate Eddie with their tag team wrestling, or their brand of tag team wrestling. Singh wearing out Eddie on the mat. Allen wearing out Eddie. They were just looking to control Eddie Dennis at this point, because Eddie's a big lad. Like Little and Large with it's like Little and Large with Mark and Eddie, to be honest. But they looked a great team in this match. Backcracker slingshot senton, double team by the Knights, gets him a near fall. Mark hits a standing 720 as the commentator called it. Whether it's 720 or not, I don't know, but that's what the commentator called it, so I went with that. Andrews takes a kick, then rolls Allen into a double stomp. Andrews hits a dive on Singh. Eddie hits the razor's edge and throws Allen on Singh and Andrews on the outside. Singh hits a reverse STO, locks in his camel clutch. Andrews hits a super kick on his chin. Eddie catches Andrews, uses him as a weapon. Knights hit a double team stunner move and gets them a near fall. The Knights end up hitting the Bhangra Buster, and I believe it was on Eddie Dennis, and they get the win. They swap gear, shake hands, and show respect. Hopefully I'll see another match. They had another match down the road on the future chapters as well, because that was actually a good match. For a tag team match, at least. Now for Ricochet challenging El Ligero for the Progess Wrestling Championship. Great wrestling to start off. Feeling out process, even so far. Head scissors takedown into a drop kick by Ricochet. Ricochet hard kick to the back, gets a near fall, then hits a drop kick. Advantage Ricochet. Ricochet locks in a submission, then bounces the head. He had him like a submission move, and he just took he took Ligero up to the second turnbuckle and just started bouncing his head on it. It was fucking hilarious. Good little move too. Ligero hits a drop kick, then a springboard plunger, which was very like what Taka Michinoku used to do. Uppercut, then basement dropkick gets a Ligero near fall. Ligero wearing out Ricochet, then hits a stunner, but Ligero then hits a dropkick and gets a near fall. Ligero wrestling Ricochet. Ligero hits two kicks. Ligero hitting some kicks, Ricochet hitting some kicks, rocking Ligero. Spear kick to the head, flying clothesline, off a springboard, gets Ricochet near fall. Ricochet hits an ace crusher into a standing shooting star press, gets a near fall. Tombstone long blower gets Ligero near fall, which he had him in like a tombstone position, and then he turned it into like a long blower. So the face of Ricochet was facing the way of his legs, and it was just driven the knees into the chest. Very innovative way of doing the long blower, or as it's usually called, the slam dunk, or whatever you want to call it. Very innovative. Roll up gets a Ligero near fall. Ricochet hits bottom rope dive on Ligero, gets a near fall. And I say bottom rope because where he run to do the dive, he didn't just clear it, he stood his foot on the bottom rope and then jumped over the ropes and got the and dived on Ligero. Pump handle back suplex gets Ricochet near fall, and then he hits a version of the Rings of Saturn. Ligero cuts off Ricochet on top. Ricochet counters, hits a kick in Ligero's face, then hits a shooting star press only to land on the knees. Ligero hits a roll up on Ricochet. Ricochet counters and gets a near fall. Ligero then gets up, manages to hit a reverse Hurricane Rana, then hits his springboard DDT and gets the victory and retains. Both men show respect, shake hands, and that is the end of chapter 6. And 4.5 out of 5 for me. That was actually a good show. Looking forward to chapter 7 as well, so tune in next time for that. Be sure to tune in to the Wrestling Matters podcast as well. Don't forget to follow us on @WM Podcast, facebook.com/WM Podcast on Facebook, wrestling youtube.com/AJW Wrestling Matters, and be sure to check us out on OSW TV as well at oswtv.co.uk. And shout out to our affiliates as well and our partners, OSW TV and RFPW as well. Be sure to check all them out as well. And until next time, guys, hope you've enjoyed the podcast. Be sure to check out the Wrestling Matters podcast on Mondays, ICW podcast on a Tuesday, and of course the Progess Wrestling on a Wednesday. Also, guys, since I'm here, youtube.com/Games Matter channel. Be sure to check out my games channel as well. I've got a lot of stuff coming on that channel very, very soon, so be sure to check it out. A lot of new series, a lot of series that I've got planned to do as well, so a lot of good stuff. Uploading daily to the best that I can, looking to up the tempo of the upload as well, so anything that will make it a channel for your entertainment. And be sure to check it out and subscribe if you're new, and if you like what you see, like the videos as well. And until next time, guys, my name is Anthony Walker for the Progess Wrestling Podcast, only here on the Wrestling Matters podcast as well. Peace out, see you later.
Well, enough is enough, and it's time for a change! Professional wrestling! This is it! This is us standing up!
Yes! 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 Yes!
That's 13-14!
Dina, I am the best in the world.
Cause that's the bottom line. Cause Stone Cold Simpson.